Hey everyone, and welcome to my first look at Crypt of the NecroDancer. You might have seen me playing this a couple times on stream, so you might assume that I like this game. I do like this game. It will be out on the 30th of July in Steam Early Access, so there will be a link to the website. Not the Steam page, obviously, but you'll be able to find it from the website when it's available. And also there's a charity event going on starting the day before this video came out, so the 21st, where you can donate to it to get perks related to the game, possibly a copy. I don't know though, so I'm not going to promise that. But, you know, this is a good time to get a video out to give it some exposure. So, basically, okay. So, there's a new release that I haven't yet actually played yet, so I don't know everything, but there are different modes, basically. But the core of the game is that it's a rhythm roguelike. The bars at the bottom with the heart mean that I have to... It's kind of like any rhythm game, pretty much, where you have to do things on beat. Basically, when the heart beats or when the lines get to the heart, you just have to make your inputs, and, you know, if I don't do one, I miss it, but that doesn't happen right here. There are a few different modes. There's a tutorial, I won't go to that. But you can see you can go to each zone. Currently there are 3, there will be a 4th. There's a dance pad mode. There's a seated hardcore mode, I didn't know that. That was just added in this update, I guess. There are a few different characters, but I don't have them. I don't know that they're in the version yet. So I'm just going to stick to this character. The Bard doesn't have to do his movements on beat, but he can... He just moves whenever, and everything else moves after him, so you can do it to go really fast, or you can do it to actually plan your movements. So you see I have 5 hearts right now at the top, and if I go to Zone 1, then I will have all of those available, and that's, you know, convenient. Alright, so this is kind of the practice mode, though. Hardcore mode, you'll have only 2 hearts, and you won't have any of the upgrades you purchased, but you'll be able to get, like, any of the items, so it's, you know, not a big deal. But this is kind of the practice mode. You get to go through everything with all of your extra stats and what have you to get used to all of the movements of things. Alright. Oops. Okay, so this is a boss. And now he's dead. But every enemy has a different pattern that you can learn. And it's very difficult. I'm very bad at it too. But in this particular mode, you'll just be collecting a lot of diamonds. And diamonds get you upgrades that you can buy. But of course in hardcore those don't matter. But every floor will have pretty much a different layout of stuff. I would prefer the titanium whip to the spear. Also, the shopkeeper sings, and the music's amazing, and the shopkeeper singing is amazing. Basically, what more could you ever ask for? Okay, I can take some armor, reduce damage. But if I beat Zone 1 here... See the map right now. Okay, there's... nothing. Actually, there is something left. You have as long as the song on a level before it just kicks you to the next floor. You lose your multiplier if it does that, and depending on the character you're playing, there's one character, Arya, that I haven't unlocked, but you get Arya for beating hardcore. And if you miss a beat, you die. That would kill you. But I'm not playing Arya, so it's cool. Alright, so that's all I have on this level. You can see the map in the bottom right, and it's clear. It's like everything's there. I might not have looked for every secret, but you can tell where secret rooms are. Here, I'll point it out on the next level instead. So you see how all of these walls just have nothing underneath them, but then this one has the visible stuff. Like, you can see that there's the bottom of this wall visible, so you know that there's a secret room there. But if there's just blackness, there's nothing. Alright. So titanium weapons do extra damage, which is pretty nice. Alright, I'll bomb this. Okay, that's transmogrification. Dang it. And that just allows me to pay money to switch what my various things are. No, this is the glass one. Okay, I can buy glass weapons. Yeah, those, if you're good, you might want to use glass, but basically, if you take damage, you lose it. You just lose it. Okay, this thing would kill me. I guess I'm not going to get to go there. Alright, so there are traps on the floor. And they change the beat sometimes, like that one was a tempo down. But sometimes they don't. I didn't mean to leave. But the music gets faster on each floor of a zone. Which is... I did that to myself. This is why I have lots of health. Because otherwise I'd be dead. Blood weapons, well, I should take that. Should take that too. What the, well, each item will do different stuff. Holster lets me have 2 weapons. That's not what I wanted. I actually really like rapiers. Basically, those let you attack from one further away to do extra damage, but, titanium, they still do normal damage right up close. And also, obsidian weapons are affected by your coin multiplier, which is what you see underneath the heart. Alright, that's a trap room I'm not interested in. Torches increase your visibility. And that trap kills me, by the way. So I'm going to try and avoid that. But there are 3 areas to each zone, and then there is a boss. Like an actual boss. Of course, the bosses of the floors are just mini-bosses. Oops. Well, that killed my multiplier. That's fine. Having an obsidian rapier is really good. See, my multipier's 2. And if I use the drum, I will gain damage on my next move. Oh, I messed up. Whatever, I still have the 2. Okay. Warning, conga line in progress. So this boss, you have to skip a beat every 8th. Ugh. I mean, I beat the boss. And I'm not skipping the 8th beat. But that was me beating Zone 1. Miraculously, because I'm not very good. But I'll return to the lobby. I got 4 diamonds, which isn't enough to buy anything. Because that's just how it is. So these rooms over here you unlock eventually. This lets you practice the enemies in each area, which is pretty useful. And these let you practice the mini-bosses and bosses, so you can learn their patterns. There's a daily challenge mode, which you compete for score. There's hardcore mode, which, like I said, is just for going all the way through each zone sequentially, because like I beat Zone 1, but that's only Zone 1. In hardcore mode, I would go on to Zone 2 and then Zone 3 if I won. And that would be that. So I'll do a little bit of hardcore. But I'm bad at hardcore, as you might have been able to tell. Just from the fact that I was as bad as I was at the normal one. It is actually pretty difficult to talk over this game, just because of having to keep on beat. Alright, so prices are pretty inflated in hardcore. Oops. And of course you're lacking in health a little bit. So it's tougher. Alright. What is that? Alright, that was just moderately scary. What does he have? I don't even understand how maces work, but I'm gonna bomb this. So this is a blood shop. I'll buy the golden rapier. Golden weapons get you more money for killing enemies, which is cool. There we go. More to this level still, so I should keep exploring. It would be nice if I got health back at some point soon, but you know, this is how you do, well, okay, no, this isn't how you do score runs, but score runs are basically reset until you get blood room right away, get a golden weapon, keep your 3x multiplier up. Don't do that. Don't do that. And, you know, then get for that. There's also speed running. There's a timer for it. World record's pretty fast right now. I'm not good at this game. I can't generally get past World 1, Zone 1. I can only beat it in the normal one just because it's a lot easier with a lot of health and stuff. But, you know, that's kind of how hardcore is. I'm probably not going to show off Zone 3, but I can show off Zone 2. I like the music on the 2-1 a lot. And I'm actually moderately okay at the enemy patterns. Sometimes you gotta tactically dig. Alright. He got Obsidian Dagger. Oops. Take both of those though. Backpack lets me hold 2 use items and dang it. What do you have? I need the blue key. That's usually close. Did that to myself. There's a wall mimic there. I expected this to be the blue key. There's the blue key. And that blue chest will hold something or other. Sorry, you can probably hear me like mashing the keys to keep beat. Circlet of Telepathy. I don't know what that does. Oh, shows me all these enemies. Oh no, there's a red dragon. Oh no, I'm dead. Right, yeah. I'm just not good at the red dragon pattern. I should just practice it and that would be great. But, you know. Red dragons. But I mean, you probably get the idea of the game. I just want to play more because, oh, listen to this music. It's so good. And it's, I mean, even with learning all the patterns properly, you're still going to get into tough situations. It's just like any other random game. There are plenty of things that can go wrong no matter how much you know about it. There's plenty to learn. Quick restart. See what he has. Bomb his walls to get some money. Buy something from him. That became free. I'll buy the map. But that just makes me confused as to where I have and haven't been. I knew that would happen. I don't remember what the black scroll does. That's a problem. Alright, money. I'm trying to think if there's anything else like important that I haven't remembered to mention, and I'm sure there's plenty. Alright. Caught you. Nothing in there, alright. Works for me. Oops. Oh, I feared them, that's what it does. Sometimes I just accidentally press the wrong things. That works. I mess up against those skeletons way too much. Oh. Oops, I died to that. Oh man, there's so much to learn, but the music's so good, and it's totally worth it. By the way, the one boss I happen to fight there is like the one boss I know the pattern for, like, moderately okay-ish. The two other bosses are, I mean, that boss isn't easy either, but it's not as hard, especially in Zone 1. Zone 1 bosses are a lot easier than Zone 2 bosses. At the point where I'm recording this, there are only 3 bosses, but they get more difficult based on which zone you fight them in. By the way, I don't have a dance pad, before you ask, but like any dance pad will work, and any controller that has 4 directions pretty much will work. There's local co-op as well, as you can see. I mean, the daily challenge works just like it does in, say, Spelunky. You get one chance, everyone gets the same one. I mean, I guess you may as well hear the Zone 3. But I'm... Oh, that would have worked. Oh, freaking Ice Dragon. That's better than that's ever gone for me. I've never had that much vertical space to deal with him. I would like a spear, thank you. Alright. Apparently Zone 4 is going to be a nightmare and a half. I guess I'll buy the torch too. And the brown scroll, I don't remember what that one does. Nice talking to you, Shopman. Shopman. You stay on those for too long, you, Oh. Take damage. You gotta make sure not to move when you're on that. Otherwise you lose your multiplier because it carries you along as it's ice. Oops, see? I just did it there. Alright, tactical digging, man. By the way, the music's different on the hot and cold sides. Oops, I'm pretty dead. Wonder where the blue key is, though. Let's just leave. This is further than I usually make it. Okay, then. That's a teleportation trap. That's an omnidirectional movement trap. Alright, I'm so dead right now. Okay, I don't know the enemies very well for this area. But, you know, that's just kind of a taste of everything that's in the game. I think it's really fun. Plenty replayable. And I think that each character having a different mechanic so far is going to have something, or going to make it really interesting once there's more to it. I don't think you can get all the characters currently, but just having Cadence, the Bard, and Arya makes it interesting enough so far. So I'm really excited to see what else is added and what these 4 doors do. I haven't a clue what they could do. But you've kind of seen everything besides the dance pad mode, which I don't have a dance pad, so I can't do that. And let's see. Let's go to the options. You can turn off that. So you just see when those go. You can turn off the bars, so you can have none. Because like I actually don't use them really, so I probably could have them off. You just have to know beat. If you're musically minded, that won't be a big deal. Can turn off the stuff there. You can reassign controls. You can. The first thing it'll do when you boot it up for the first time is calibrate your latency. Like you'll do something if you played Guitar Hero, for example, like I played a lot of. It'll just have you tap the button to the beat and to the like to the visual cue, so that it'll just know how far off you are. So, you know, that's good. You can do custom music, which allows you to pick songs that you want it to play to from 100 to 200 BPM, I believe, are the limitations. So that'll be fun. I haven't messed with it. And then you can see leaderboards for, you know, today's daily. Top score is 48-31, you know, there you go. But didn't win. That's interesting. And there are replays. You can watch the replays of things. No peeking because it's the daily, of course. Hardcore mode, however, I could go watch the... I could watch a replay, and it'll just... The way replays work, wow, top score is really good now. Is it, like, plays back the inputs you did, so it can actually mess up, or it could in the past actually mess up and, like, have you die in a way you didn't. But generally, the way replays will work is that you, can just watch the inputs, like, I mean... So I can just see what this person did. But anyway. Back to the lobby. I think that's all you really need. You can assign a key to quick restart, by the way. Like, when I went into options to reassign controls, you know, I just had all that stuff. And you can probably do this with a controller. I haven't tried. I'm just using the arrow keys and all that. But I really like this game. I hope that one day I suck less at it, because I'm terrible at it. But for now, I'm content to be as bad as I am. Like I said, there will be a link to the game site, which will have the Necrothon link. That's the charity tournament thing that's going on. And if you donate, maybe. I, again, won't promise. You might be able to get the game early, but it'll be out in like 8 days from when this video goes out. So it'll be there soon. You can get it there. I think it's fun. Rhythm roguelike. Yeah, that's about that. Great music. It's by Danny B. So I think that that's enough by itself. But I failed to mention that until now, I believe. Because it really doesn't matter because it's good anyway. But, you know, Danny B. So have faith if you didn't already. And I think it's doing what it's supposed to do very well. It's very unique. So it's not turn-based. Unless you're playing Bard, then it's an actual, like, turn-based roguelike. Or it's like the fastest thing known to man. It's pretty silly. But that's going to do it for today. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Thank you for watching, and I will see you next time.